Here are the supplies you need for adding embroidery to your projects, and we have linked some of our favorites in the video description below. So you need an embroidery hoop, you need pressing paper, which is optional. We suggest fusible interfacing, and then you have your choice of a Pigma Micron pen or a water erasable pen. Either one works great. For thread, we like to use a pearl cotton, specifically 8 weight, or just embroidery floss. We usually use 2 strands in our projects, and then embroidery needles. Now we want to create our embroidery pattern. So you have a few different options that you can mix and match as works best for you. So first you can print your words or your design using a font on your computer. Then you can use a light box or window to help trace your pattern onto your fabric. Now we recommend tracing with your fabric stretched on the inside of the embroidery hoop so that it lays flat against your surface and it helps keep the fabric taut. Now if you're tracing with a micron pen, you want to be sure your embroidery stitches will cover the marked lines because those are permanent marks. And we like to use a cursive font because it has fewer starts and stops between letters. Okay, now the second option is using your handwriting as an embroidery guide. So you can draw a design or write something on your tablet and then scale it down so it fits inside the piece of fabric you're sewing into your project. So when you're tracing from your tablet, you can use something called guided access mode, which basically locks the screen so the touch screen won't move around while you're tracing. And then just like before, we're going to lay our embroidery on top of the design, trace it. This time we're using a water erasable pen. So you will just stitch over those marked lines and then you can wash those lines away later. And our tip is to use short, kind of little strokes when you're writing. So it just helps prevent your pen from catching on the fabric. Now, once you've traced your design, we want to stabilize our fabric. So this isn't required, but we find it's fairly helpful to getting really nice finished projects. So we recommend adding a lightweight fusible interfacing on the wrong side of your fabric before embroidering. So the fusible interfacing gives the fabric more stability, which helps prevent puckering between your stitches. Plus, if you are using a light colored fabric and a dark thread, it adds an extra layer that actually helps hide loose threads or tails. So you'll cut your fusible slightly smaller than your fabric and then follow the instructions on the packaging to add it to the wrong side of your fabric. And if you want, you can use a pressing paper or pressing cloth to help protect your iron from the fusible. Now that's it. It is so easy. So now you'll embroider your design using any stitches, any color thread you like, and then you will cut your fabric down and sew it into beautiful projects like this book club pattern we're showcasing here, which we have linked below. So we hope this tutorial has inspired you, and thanks for tuning in.